I'm going to share 3 powerful techniques to reduce your weight. My name is Neha Bhatia and I'm an NLP trainer. I help people reprogram their subconscious mind for their growth, productivity and an effortless life. And in this video, I'm going to share with you as to how you can reprogram your mind for a beautiful body, for a gorgeous body, for a healthy body, and of course for a sexy body. Well, a lot of women around the world have come to me and asked me this one question that Neha, we have tried so many things. We have tried gym, we have tried yoga, but the weight is not reducing. It comes back again. So what could be the reason and how do we deal with it? How do we reduce it and how do we be in that shape that we want to be in? Well, let me tell you, today I'm going to share with you these 3 techniques and you're going to thank me for that. But before that, I want to thank you because you're about to subscribe to my channel. Please do that so that you get the regular notification. Do hit the bell button as well. And I'm telling you, you won't regret. Well, so before I tell you the techniques, I want you to understand that we need to answer a few questions in our own mind before I tell you the techniques, okay? And please do answer the questions in the comment box. Number 1, whenever you feel this craving for food, you know, most of us have craving for food, right? Which we can't control. That's one of the reasons that we get the weight, we gain the weight, right? So the first question is, whenever you get this craving for food, please do write in the comment box, is it a specific food that you're getting the craving for, like a burger, chocolate, pizza, right? Second question, is it a specific taste that you have developed or that you want? You want more of sweets or you want more of spicy food? Is it the craving for that kind of a food, right? Third is it the craving of food in a certain situation at a certain time? Maybe when you're under stress, or maybe when there is a lot of pressure, or maybe when you're not able to deal certain things, right? Or when you're procrastinating. What is the situation? Is that time you start to eat more, or is it just any time, especially in this lockdown, anytime you're just developing this habit, okay, whenever you're getting bored because there's a lot of free time as well, and you just go in the kitchen and start to eat, right? So I want you to please write that in the comment box as to what is happening in the mind. Is it the time? Is it the taste? Or is it just any particular food that you are drawn towards, right? That is number 1 that you have to ask. Second thing that is very, very important. It's a bit more personal. It's a bit more intensive. But is there some kind of a blame that you're carrying? Somebody blamed you for something, or maybe you yourself blamed yourself for something, maybe in the recent past or long back, or there is a guilt that you're carrying. There is a guilt that you're carrying. If yes, just write that in the comment box, okay? And answer yourself as well if you don't want to be too open about it, okay? These are the 2 questions. At first you have to answer that. So it is a process, okay? It's a process. It's not that in one night you get the idea and next day onwards you start to reduce the weight massively. You can. I'm going to give you an example. Just this morning, one of my trainee who started my 21-day NLP workshop, within 2 weeks she reduced 2 kg weight. It's not about the weight, how much she reduced, but there is no gym, just being at home, she reduced it with the techniques that I gave to her, with the proper structure that I gave to her, and at the same time, she made some goals, you know. She was trying really hard for many, many years and she finally got on it. So how could that really happen? I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. But before that, understand very carefully here, okay? After answering these 2 questions of the specific time and taste, the craving for food basically, when do you have it? And second is the blame. The third thing I'm going to tell you before we move forward with those techniques. Most of us have this craving for food or the weight gain because their own self-worth has reduced or shattered massively in the recent past or long back. They don't feel connected with their own body. That's why they can't take care. They do, but then after a little while, it comes back again. They try hard, but it comes back again. It is mostly because our own connection with our own self has been lost. And also, they say that it's of course through my research, and science says that 95% of the people lose their self-worth and the self-image when they are between 2 to 12, right? When they are very young, when they are small, because of the patterns from the outside environment, society. When I was very young, when I was small, when I was a child, there were few things that was said to me, and at that time I started to eat, and that became my trigger, right? So this is basically the specific time that I'm asking you, is a trigger. What is the trigger? When is that trigger, right? So no, it's not really happening with me. Very rare that I would get attracted towards food, but yes, whenever it has, I've overcome with the techniques that I'm about to share with you. So the number one technique that you have to know and you have to follow is very, very important, my dear friends. It is a very, very powerful technique, okay? So what I want you to understand is, the moment you eat food, there are certain questions that you need to ask yourself, which you must have always known about as well, is mindful eating. But how to do mindful eating? The moment the food is in front of me, the moment chocolate is in front of me, it just goes and done, right? So mindful eating means whenever there is a certain food, either it's a craving or it's not, just ask yourself in these couple of days and in this process, am I really hungry for food, or am I hungry for an emotional need? Now your mind will answer that very moment or later. It's okay, it's absolutely okay. If it says that it is for food, you're gonna eat it, it's okay. But if you have a lot of craving, your mind will try to fool you, and it will say that it is for food, and then also you're gonna eat it. So do this process for a few days and let the mind answer. And I'm sure you're also very much aware, if you're watching this video, that it is an emotional need, right? So the moment your mind says that because there isn't a hunger for an emotional need, ask your mind another question here. What is that emotional need? Now your mind will tell you it is some fear, it is some guilt, it is, right? So just keep asking questions. Now this is something that usually one should do with the mentor, with a guide, right? Like how I do with my trainees. But you can try to do it by your own self as well. Most of us, we just need the answers, right? Give me the answer for this, give me the answer. All the answers are in yourself. Just ask the right question to your mind, okay? So that's number one. Now if it says, let's say fear or guilt, then ask, how can I change this? This should be your last question. How can I change this? How can I change this fear into courage? And then slowly and gradually your mind will start to guide you. Where do you need to go? Do you need to sit and meditate? Do you need to do something different? Do you need to come and join my 21-day NLP workshop? Or what exactly, right? So this is the first thing, which is mindful eating, by asking the right questions, okay? The second thing is, again, very, very important here, is what exactly is the reason that you want to reduce weight? What is your intention? Why do you want to reduce weight? Why do you want to reduce weight? Do you want to just have a nice body, or do you want to, or maybe you're suffering from some disease and you just want to get over with that disease? Or is it something big? The reasoning has to be very, very big, massive. Only if the reasoning will be massive, the action will be massive, and so will be the results, okay? So that's the second thing, the reasoning. You have to ask yourself reason, and it is not going to happen just in one day. So take one part, one technique on one day, take the second one, like the reasoning, on the second day, and then so on. Just keep going like that. Give yourself at least 15 to 20 days. Do it by yourself, right? If you're able to do it, great. Otherwise, you can always join my 21-day NLP workshop, okay? Now, the third thing, which is the most important, the most important, is, it is called future pacing. It's a part of NLP wherein we help you design your future pacing, wherein you actually see your future. Now, it is not about that you have to design something or you have to just create something. No, you have to just believe that yes, your weight is perfect, you are healthy, you have a beautiful body. You have to see that again and again and again and again, every day, 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, 21 days. Just see it again and again. Put that in your mind's eye, put that in your mental screen, start to see that again and again, and the more and more your mind will start to believe, the more and more your mind will give you the resources to reduce the weight, right? It will give you that awareness, it will give you that mindfulness. So I want you to ask just these three things. These three things. Number one is asking questions. Number two is asking the reasoning. Number three is just sit with yourself, visualize every day for 5 minutes. Believe, see that it has already happened. Like I mentioned about the self-worth, a lot of people, they don't even see themselves, right? So when they don't see themselves, the thing is that they are not able to see themselves in the picture, in the mind's eye, in the mental screen. Now when they are able to see themselves even a little, they will start to accept themselves. So even if your weight goes really, really, still it is absolutely okay. You will at least be able to accept yourself. The biggest problem with people when they are reducing their weight is that they don't accept themselves. They ask for acceptance from others, from outside, from the environment, from the family members, and that's why they are dependent on them. So here, understand very carefully, my dear friends, I want you to quickly get on it, follow this process. And this man is passing by and he's actually looking at me. I've seen him, he always goes to the temple, that's on the hilltop. Well, I am here in nature, so that's why you're gonna hear some sound, you're gonna hear some people, you're gonna see some people as well. But I want you to focus on me right now and just look at me and understand that, hey, if you want a massive change, you need to take a massive action, massive decision, and that is something you need to do right this moment. Get on it. Do the question, first part, second part, and then the future pacing. See yourself, believe it that you can do it, and the more you'll believe it, the mind will start to give you resources and it will help you create those actions and results. With that, this is Neha Bhatia signing off for now, but let me tell you that I love you and I want you to keep progressing in your life, because this lockdown is not the time of crisis, it is a time of opportunities. Create this opportunity for yourself, and if you would like to join my 21-day NLP workshop, just see the description box, and a lot of people around the world are joining already, so I don't want you to miss this out. Otherwise, if you want, you can do it by yourself as well. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, because I know that you won't regret at all. Do hit the like button and do make sure that you hit the bell button so that you can get the regular notification. Keep progressing.